What up, YouTube? It's your boy Banks, and we back in the building, you feel me? It's True Talks, cause True Talks, all right? Let's get straight right into it. So you already know, last night was definitely, a big game in terms of, just obviously the debut of the trio, the return of Kyrie, you know what I mean? And just, the debut of the trio in KD, Kyrie, and James Harden, right? So you just got to know that at the end of the day, the trio is what it looks like. We get to finally see them, actually on the court together, seeing how they look, just seeing the play style, how they mesh, how do they fit. You know what I'm saying? What's the balance looking like? Whose roles are what? Who's, all that type of stuff. And basically, I was right in terms of how I predicted what I most likely, how I kind of thought it was going to pan out and how it was going to look and how it was going to integrate. Obviously, media, they dislike Kyrie. They obviously hate on him with all the things that they constantly do. But they were the ones who said Kyrie's going to have to take a back seat. It's working well with Harden and this and that and all this type of stuff. Harden was a better one-on-one player and yada, 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 yada. When I told y'all that what elite looks like, the two most unguardable players on this planet are Kyrie and KD. I try to tell y'all something. Those are the two with unlimited arsenal, unlimited ability. Harden is more limited. He's more so the LeBron of this team. Playmake. You'll shoot your threes when you get it, but Harden's is different because he'll do the step back three, obviously. But everything else is paint, three, and then play make. Not no mid-range, not no catch and shoot, off-ball screen. He doesn't really do that often. Once in a blue moon. You know what I'm saying? And that's why Harden was going to come into this being the playmaker, being more of a PG, and let those two guys work and go to work, and show the arsenal and show the ability, because they can come off screens. They can come off pin downs. They can catch and shoot. They can catch one drill pull up. They can, ISO, might go cycle, whatever. There's no limitation to their games as opposed to Harden. It's more limitation. You know what I'm saying? And based off just looking at the skill sets individually of them, I already know who's going to play the role. Harden is kind of like the Westbrook of this team in terms of, okay, he's more better on ball, right? And let him make the decisions and whatever. And these guys play more off the ball because they're more skilled. So they have to spot up because he is more weaker at that. So they have to do this. You know what I mean? All that type of stuff. And that's what Harden is kind of playing like right now. And that's why you've seen him take 14 shots. And you've seen KD and Kyrie take 20, 25 for KD, 28 for Kyrie. And the buckets just flew. And they were both efficient. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, later down the stretch, KD missed the 1-2. And he became, 47, 48%. But he was efficient for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Same with Kyrie. So when you look at it from that perspective, I already try to tell y'all this is why you come for that IQ, because that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? And you already know that at the end of the day, if you really understand the game, you will appreciate the things that I say, but even forget about just me. You will just have a trained eye of the game, a trained eye. You know what I'm saying? Not an untrained eye, a trained eye. There's a lot of people who are saying Harden wasn't aggressive and he wasn't that. It's not that he's not aggressive. Harden was aggressive if you actually pay attention to what happened. And I will show y'all down the stretch and all that type of stuff, the actual balance that they actually had. That a lot of people are going to point out the defense, the rebounding, all this type of stuff, when a lot of it is cap. A lot of it is cap because it came down to Sexton getting hot. I will go into the context with all of that. But basically, before we do that, a lot of people are talking about even Harden's not aggressive, needs to be, he's too passive. And I'm like, if y'all taking what's actually transpiring, they actually did share duties. And I'm going to show y'all and highlight that. But what happens is that Harden is more limited. So when those situations happen, and this is what's been the knock against him, even when it comes to the playoffs, that he is more limited. He either can get the step back, or if not, if they cut off that, try to go to the paint, whatever, then he ends up passing. And that's what literally was happening, because he had a lot of ISO situations. He had a lot of, he was playmaking in the play. KD and Kyrie were kind of screening, coming off, pin downs or whatever the case was, flare screen, back screen, flare out, and then nothing happened. And now he ISOs, and he wasn't doing nothing. Wasn't doing nothing. And it's not that Harden can't do something, but I'm saying he is more limited out of the three. And to say that he was passive, that means you weren't watching the game with a trained eye. You're just seeing him pass the ball and act like that's being passive. Not all passes means you were passive. How did the pass happen? Was he trying to get a bucket, couldn't, then pass? That's not passive. You know what I'm saying? That's just you're padded for what you tried to do. Now you're passing. You know what I'm saying? That's two different things. Passive is like, oh, play make. You're actually trying to play like you're OD trying to play make OD. But when you're trying to cook and you can't, then you pass, that's not considered passive. If you actually understand basketball, you just got padded and you just, had to resort to passing because you don't want to take a bailout shot or a last, you don't want to take a fugazi shot. So when you look at it from that perspective, I'm going to show y'all the context because I gave it that context of actually how stuff transpire. And it's going to be we're going to get into a nitty gritty longer video. I apologize to y'all Raptors fans who are waiting for that. This takes hierarchy right now. You know what I'm saying? This takes hierarchy right now. So let's go into that context because I gave it that context. Let's go straight right into it, boy. So the Cavs had a lead large as, 14 points. And obviously the Brooklyn Nets, brought it down on 1-2 to 9. So we'll start from here around 6:48. You know what I'm saying? Let me show me something. They said they didn't play defense. They said the Nets played no defense. Okay, let's see. Good defense, Green. Jeff. They put him to the deck. Get up, boy. Get up. Good defense. They said they didn't play defense at all. You know what I'm saying? So what are we doing? Okay, let's show out how we ball. What we doing here? Switch ability, switch everything. Okay. Okay, good cutoff, good reach. KD. Defense. They said he don't play defense. They said he don't play defense. When I told y'all it's about stops when it matters. Timely stops. Switch ability again. Blow by. Okay, good. That's good D, but he kind of like bodied up. It was a bullshit call, but whatever. But you see, they're playing defense. They said they don't play defense. And look, Harden has the ball, making the decisions in the clutch time. Do I trust mine? Kyrie's off the ball in the corner. They're running that down screen, back screen for KD. Didn't work. And if it doesn't work, then now Harden has an ISO. And that's what they've been doing nonstop. See, Cook, step back. My goodness, Harden. He said, I'm about to get buckets. I'm starting. Come on now. With the step back, you better get back. When in clutch time, do I trust mine? See, people said Harden didn't have any takes. He wasn't doing nothing. That's cap. Look, defense. Poke the ball. Yap. Good defense, Harden. They said they didn't play any defense. They didn't say they didn't play. They said they played no defense. All right? I'm going to show you. I'm going to expose all of it. Show me something. What we doing here? Okay? Lock up. 5 seconds on the clock. Lock up. That's nothing. You got to trust him. Show me something, boy. Transition. Good pass. Good pump fake. Oh my God, boy. That boy nice. You got to show it twice, bruh. Oh my good. You see, look at that. Pump fake. Just his posture of his jump shot makes people jump. And then look at Kyrie. He's like, I'm here, and then he gets amped. He's like, ooh, that boy nice. And look at him. He's like, you see the bucket go in, and he's like, God damn. He's like, look, ooh, he's smiling. He's like, that boy nice. God, he's shaking his head like that boy disgusting. You better trust him. He's amped. They say they don't like to play, not wanting enough ball and all this type of stuff. Look at the context, man. That's cap. Don't listen to media. And then right here, Harden, this is where the defense sus, and a lot of it's on Harden. He doesn't switch, no switch ability, and then look what happens. Floater if you know her. Or a mid-range bucket, you gotta trust it. That's calling. He said, I'm balling. My goodness, and that's Harden. Harden has been a liability on this defensive lineup, and I'll show y'all moving forward. So right here, you see how they do a brush screen, okay? You can see they do a brush screen and they sit right here. Harden, he doesn't pull off the mid-range. Right there, KD would have been pulled. Right there, KD would have been pulled. Kyrie would have been pulled. And this is a lack of ability. People saying that he's being passive. It's not that he's being passive. It's the fact that, look, he has the gaps and Harden don't shoot mid-range like that. Off the screen, that's a one-dribble pull-up from Kyrie, from KD, easy. And that's why they have more shots, and that's why they have more buckets, and they have more takes. He doesn't even notice that drumming got shifted and almost dropped from him turning around and stopping on the dime. He turns his whole back because he doesn't shoot no mid-range. It's just step back threes and paint. And this is why Harden is more limited and why he is the one that's being the playmaker and why he is the one having less shots. It's not the fact that he was passive. It's the fact that he lacks things. So then those guys see, and then now, okay, KD gets now a offensive foul. He lacks things. Screen what's up top? Bruh, I'm trying to tell y'all something, man. Limitations, man. Bro, what are we doing here? Okay, they switch ability. Lock up. Okay, Kyrie. Good defense. Good. Good defense. Good take, though. Also calling, but good defense. You see, they said they play no defense, though. Give me that. Good, Joe. Good stuff, Joe. Shoot that. Catch and shoot. Come on, okay. Good pass. My goodness. That's cash. Kyrie. Jump shot in your eyepiece. What are we doing here? Switchability, okay, good switch. What are we doing? Lock up, switch, back screen. They're there. Good defense. You see, good defense. They said they played no good defense. Oh, they're both there, okay? Good defense. Good. Oh, bruh, not the good defense again. But what happens? Dead play. Dead play. Not enough rotations. Broken play. Pick up high. Pick up high. Bruh, broken play bucket. Like, bruh, trying to act like they didn't play no defense and it was just sweet. Okay, what we doing? Kill him. Good bucket. Jeff Green was open too, but you know he's trying to get his, but he wasn't being aggressive though. He had an open pass and he saw him, but it's like, nah, I need a bucket. He wasn't being aggressive though. Bruh, give me that. Good tap, Harris. Look at that. Pass fake KD. And then look, they didn't see KD on the back door. Didn't see him at all in the back door. And that's just chemistry. You know what I mean? Getting in tune with each other. And that's just that. But look right here. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't see him. So good jab. That's gotta go. That rattled in and out. My goodness. That was in and out. Because he eats burgers, boy. My goodness. What are we talking about? Oh, off the down screen. Nothing. Defense. Okay, good closeout. Look, good defense. Nothing. They didn't play defense though. Timely stops. Timely stops. Oh my goodness. Good floater if you know her by Allen. But that's the take you want. Out of all the takes you want a floater from Allen, you know what I'm saying? That's personnel. That's KYP. What are we talking about here? Okay? My God, that's the disgusting. You gotta trust him. My goodness, that bucket was just in. Look at you see, bro, and then the escape. My goodness, you gotta rate. My goodness, you see the split through on this dude. Come on now. What are we doing here? Lock up. Let's see the defense. Let's see if they play defense. Good defense by Jeff Green. Yep. Okay, backdoor switch. Late switch by Harden, but he closed out travel. They said he didn't play any defense. That was bad switches. Harden. You see how he's late to everything? Harden didn't switch. KD switched with him. And then Harden drew a foul, quick foul, and he went to the free throw line. But he wasn't being aggressive. He didn't have any takes, though. That's what they saying. He wasn't doing nothing. Oh, my God. They cut off his flow. No. He was still there. It's just because of his limitations, his buckets came differently, and he didn't take certain buckets that he would take or that he should have took because, you know what I'm saying, the limitation, like I said. And then they called a doo-doo foul on Joe Harris, but they were playing defense. God, I'm saying. He's like, I'm saying, yo, bro, like, what are y'all talking about? Like, y'all can't be calling that weak shit. Like, bro, I mean, foul impeding the movement and whatever, obviously by the book, but you don't call that shit in the clutch time, man. That's light work. That happens on almost every play. What are we doing here, man? Get out the way. So they're doing a down screen for Kyrie, okay? Pin down. And then a double screen, and then stagger. You see right there, flare, but nothing worked. Now it's ISO. I might go psycho. Show me something. Is it a typo? Okay, bro. And then you pass, and bro. Good finish, Kyrie. That's exactly what he used to cheese me with.